Right, but I was thinking, again, based on the conversations we've had and based on these lyrics and many other things in my life, right? I just wonder if we're always fighting that lunatic fringe in religion, because I got to believe 80% of the religious people that I've met in my life, they want goodness and kindness for the fellow man, right? But yet we get so pissed off at religion when we're really only pissed off at the lunatic fringe within it.
And it's the lunatic fringe that's the loudest.
And they make me crazy.
They make everybody crazy. And they just need to be silenced. It's like...
But is that our job, is to silence lunatic fringe when 90% of the people or 80% of the people we're moving along fine?
I think the lunatic fringe needs to be silenced. They need to come to an understanding that, it's part of ignorance, it's part of uneducated people, it's just part of people who are... Oh, what's the right word? People who are...
Uninformed, maybe?
Uninformed, or who have no tolerance.
Yeah.
They just... It's uninformed, uneducated, which to me boils down to ignorance.
Yeah, right, sure. I guess
because when you're ignorant, it's not something you do on purpose.
Yeah. I guess, yeah. I do know that, but it doesn't make it right. I mean,
it doesn't make it right. It's like people, for instance,
ignorance is not a defense.
Like growing up in Texas, racial tension in East Texas and Texas in general back then was still high, and I knew kids in my class, young kids who would say the N-word. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Well, because my parents say it. Because that's all they know. That's what they've been taught. That's what they grow up with. And that's ignorance. They haven't had the opportunity to go outside that fringe.
Well, if we still want to change the world, I'm all for that. But sometimes I think the only way this world is going to change is when, quote unquote, that generation dies off.
Unfortunately, they're not going to die off, because they're still breeding.